ton of support in that low end. Listen to that sustain. And we haven't even explored the treble strings yet. Wow. Hello and welcome to the Guitar Collection. Today is an exciting day because I am holding the first instrument built for my shop by the Italian-Australian luthier Domenic Roscioli. Now, Domenic has been building guitars for a number of years. This is his number 233. And his instruments are largely influenced by, of course, the great luminaries of the Australian guitar building school. But I believe he was mentored by Jim Redgate, and this guitar resembles that in a lot of ways. But he's also gone his own path on a few things, and of course in the sound direction as well, and certainly in the aesthetics. And I figured we'll jump into it and talk about the sound shortly. We'll start with just the specs here. So I asked Domenic for a cedar top guitar of his in 640 millimeter scale. I just find these to be super comfortable guitars of his. This one has a gorgeous cedar top. The rosette has this very nice green hue to it without it being an annoying brightness of green. It's very subtle, very, very nice. You'll right away notice a raised fingerboard on this guitar, making it easier to access the upper frets. And then also some green down here on the tie block, along with some natural wood tones in the center of that tie block. Of course, this is a lattice brace guitar. It has some weight to it, but it's not as heavy as something like a Greg Smallman or fellow Aussie, the Kim Leesrog guitars that I'm quite fond of. So this is somewhere in the middle. It's got some weight to it, but it's not super, super heavy. You'll also see a very elegant armrest carved into the side here that's very, very smooth. I love how it's applied. There's a nice ramp to it. It's like a wedge shape that makes your arm feel very comfortable without it being like a huge sausage armrest, as I'll call it. I don't really like these that are huge. But this one has some size to it, and it looks great, in my opinion, of course. This action is set up fairly low, but there's tons of room. There's probably like 4 millimeters to adjust here, which I love to see at the saddle, especially on a brand new guitar. You never know who the next owner will be and if they'll like a really low action or really high action. It's hard to predict. But I'm going to turn this guitar around because there is a super cool piece of Amara ebony. So it may look like Brazilian rosewood, but this is Amara ebony, and it's so cool. Very, very dark with these reddish brown stripes or reddish orange stripes that are subtle, but it's something very, very nice when you turn the guitar around to appreciate. And you also see some of those same streaks along the side of this guitar. Now, the neck of this guitar, Domenic got it exactly correct, for me at least, because I asked for a C-shaped neck that is rather thin, and he's got it. He's nailed it. It's a very comfortable neck. Maybe this is close to what he normally does, but I was very thrilled when I picked this up the first time. And then I really want to get started talking about the sound, but we'll talk just a second about the head of the guitar and these Goto tuners. The head also has Amara ebony. You can see some nice light strips there. And yeah, let's get into the sound of this guitar. So right away, maybe you heard me saying this at the beginning, it's one of these guitars that just has so much sustain. It's almost a force to contend with. You have to choose when to cut those notes off. This will ring. And not just one note, not just the low D because it's this thickest, most powerful string here, but every single note is like it's in a drag race and it's going to come down to the last 1/10 of a second or something as far as who's sustaining longer. And that's a really comforting thing for a guitarist, because if you're playing a melody like this and the bass is you don't feel hurried at any point. And like I was showing you at the start, you can really take your time on this guitar. And another feature that's very standout to me right from the beginning that I notice is the voice separation and the dynamic range of this guitar. Because when I really push here on this F sharp, it might sound like the guitar is like, all just super loud. It's not. This is loud. And then when I go to pluck these treble strings really quietly, I'm actually surprised for a moment that it's cooperating with me and it's doing exactly what I'm asking it. I'm playing that pianissimo on purpose and it's giving me that. It's not just giving me a flat out loud sound that you might get with some of these ultra responsive double tops or lattice brace guitars. Of course I can make it loud, but then it doesn't really have that same character that I was looking for, right? So these basses are to die for. I mean, no matter what you play, it responds to what you're doing. Like listen to this warm character. That's where the sustain really comes in handy. A suspension. Let's hear that fifth string for a second. Wow, a really round sound that you're able to get out of this. I gotta kind of play around and get this brighter sound out of it. But it's definitely there. But I spent a lot of time on the basses. Let's explore the trebles. Again, a very round sound. I could describe the sound as thick. There's thickness to every single note. Can you hear that? You can really bully the melody with your tone on this one. Let's try some of Prelude 11 by Tárrega. There is such a vibrant sound coming out of this guitar. And as I was playing this piece, it actually made me notice something else, another characteristic that this guitar does. And it really disguises nail noises a lot, which on some of these super active lattice brace guitars that are pushing things to extremes, you hear all the nail noises so obviously. And on this guitar, I have to be really obviously naily to get that sound. guitar is kind of like the friend that you could just have something terrible happen to you, and then they're like, oh, don't worry, it's all going to be okay, and somehow you believe them. It's that type of guitar. Very forgiving and very relaxed. Well, I am really quite impressed. Now, Domenic builds lattice brace guitars. I know he also builds double top, so I'm looking forward to exploring his line. But if you are interested in this guitar, which he spent quite a bit of time building, definitely check it out. It's at guitarcollection.com as the words fall out of my mouth here. So you'll see a full album of beautiful photos of this thing. You'll get to see this Amara ebony in all of its glory. As well as a description for this guitar. But congratulations to Domenic. Really nice instrument. And if you're interested in reserving the next one that comes in, maybe even customizing it a little bit, please write to me at evan@guitarcollection.com. I'd be happy to answer your questions, get everything set up for you. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm trying to bring all sorts of different guitars, whether it's Hausers, Bouchers, Domenic Roscioli, Smallmans, all the German double tops and American great guitars out there as well. I'm trying to bring them all to you here, and it's really an awesome world. I think we're in the golden age of guitar right now. So thanks so much for leaving a comment. Let me know what you think of this, and I'll close this out by playing a couple more music passages, maybe tuned up to standard tuning. So thanks again for watching. See you in the next one.